Hi there. Today, we're going to talk about the story of Adam and Eve from the Bible, but in a way that might make more sense for us today. So, let's start. A long time ago, God made a beautiful garden called Eden. In this garden, there were all kinds of plants, trees, and animals. And in the middle of the garden, there was a special tree. This tree was called the tree of knowing right and wrong. God told Adam and Eve that they could eat from any tree in the garden, but not from that special tree. Sounds simple, right? But here's the interesting part. You see, humans are pretty smart. We always want to learn new things and figure stuff out. Adam and Eve weren't just curious because a snake told them to be. They probably already had a natural urge to explore and challenge things. You ever wonder why you ask, why? So many times? It's because humans have a deep curiosity to know more. This tree was a way for Adam and Eve to show they had that curiosity. Now, about the serpent. The snake told Eve that if she ate from the tree, she would become as smart as God. But here's the thing, the snake wasn't that smart. The snake thought eating the fruit would make someone wise, because maybe that's how the snake would try to get smarter. But humans are different. We don't need to eat a special fruit to learn or grow in wisdom. God already made us with the ability to learn, think, and grow. Imagine this, if you want to be as smart as your teacher, you don't become like them by eating their lunch, right? You learn by listening to them, asking questions, and following their example. The same goes for Adam and Eve. The best way for them to become wise and good like God was to learn from him, not by eating something he told them not to. The snake didn't understand that. But what about the tree? Let's think about it like this. The fruit from the tree might have been okay for the snake or other creatures in the garden. Just like how different animals eat different things. Have you ever seen a fly land on something gross like poop? Well, a fly can eat that because it's good for them, but you and I shouldn't eat poop, right? It's the same idea here. The fruit from this tree might have been good for the snake, but it wasn't meant for humans. God knew what was best for us, and eating from that tree wasn't part of his plan for people. So why did God tell Adam and Eve to avoid that fruit? It's because humans are special. We're different from animals or other creatures. God made humans for a special purpose, and eating from the tree wasn't good for us. Just like how some things are made for animals and not for people, God knew the tree was not meant for humans to eat. Now, here's the really important part. When Adam and Eve ate the fruit, it changed things. They didn't just disobey God, they became different inside. Before eating the fruit, they were holy, which in the Bible means they were set apart or special, like being on a team with God. But when they ate the fruit, it changed their hearts. They could no longer be set apart with God in the same way because they chose their own way instead of God's way. That's why they had to leave the garden. They weren't in the same close, perfect relationship with God anymore. But even though they left the garden, God didn't stop loving them. He always had a plan for humans to be close to him again. This story isn't just about what went wrong, it's also about how much God loves us and how he wants us to choose what's good for us. So, when we think about Adam and Eve, remember, it wasn't just about a snake or a fruit. It was about the choices we make and how we are all created for a special purpose. We're smart and we have the power to decide what's right, and that's what makes humans so amazing.